Hi guys, I'm Megan Brightwood and this is my fourth knitting podcast, and this one might be a little bit difficult for me for several different reasons, which I'll get into in just a second, but the main reason is that I'm going to try to do this without air conditioning. There is a little window air conditioner in this room, but some of you may know we don't actually have like central air or anything like that in our house, so yeah, it's pretty warm. I think it's like 85, 90 in northern Minnesota, so I'm definitely not used to that kind of heat. But from what I've seen on the forecast, it's supposed to be cooling down. I think it's supposed to reach like the high 60s next week, which I'm really excited about because that's my birthday. And so I'm really hoping to have one of my projects that I'm working on currently, I'm hoping to have that done by my birthday so that I can wear it that day. But we'll see if the weather cooperates with me, who knows. And yeah, so that's my little weather forecast for today. I am starting to feel a little bit better. I was wearing like a light sweater earlier and I had to take it off. It just was not working for me. But anyway, that's my forecast. We're gonna move on and tell you why else I have been so incredibly busy the past 2 weeks. So my mom is a huge influence in my life and just helps me so much with almost everything. So one of the things that she does for us is that she watches Evelyn every single day while I'm at work. Well, and Joe's at work. So yeah, Evelyn is with my mom all day. And the last 2 weeks, my mom was not here. So she went on a mission trip to Uganda and just got back 2 days ago. She got back last Sunday and I'm filming this on a Tuesday. So yeah, those last 2 weeks were kind of crazy. How did that all work? There were a few days that my grandparents had Evelyn, and then there were a few days that my dad had Evelyn. Joe, of course, had her, and then I brought her to work with me a couple of times as well. So she was all over the place. She has zero schedule right now, but thankfully my mom is back, and so Evelyn is currently with her, and so I'm gonna try and film this real quick and go and grab Evelyn. And actually, I am going to bring over some workout clothes. My parents have a treadmill over at their house that's really, really nice. Like, they've got this monitor where you can do different workouts around the world. So one day you'll be like running in Ireland, and one day you'll be running in Hawaii, and you know, just all of these different places that I think it's really, really cool. And I'm currently training for a marathon in January. And so I've been spending a lot of time on the treadmill. And with that, I've actually been listening to an audiobook, and what is it called? It's a good book. It's Behind Closed Doors by, what is the author? B.A. Paris. And yeah, it's about a woman that's basically trapped in a marriage that she didn't sign up for. It's really, really interesting. Definitely dark, but it keeps me engaged. And since I've been doing pretty much all of my running on the treadmill to try and get my mile per hour time down, I've definitely needed something to keep my mind occupied. When I run outside, it's easy because, you know, you see all these trees, you see people, you see cars, you see, you know, all of these different things. But with a treadmill, either I have my little monitor that shows me running through different locations, or I'm listening to my audiobooks. So yeah, that's been great. And yeah, what else has been going on in my life? Oh, I don't know if I've mentioned this on this podcast or not, but we do have a second house that we don't live in. We're actually flipping it so that we can sell it hopefully within the next couple weeks here. And so Joe's been spending a lot of time there in the evenings. So then I've had Evelyn to myself all those nights. And while I love that, it does make it difficult to get a whole lot done. So with that, I really have a lot of unfinished projects right now, and I've only got one finished knitting project. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get into that. And so my finished object is the Advantage Shawl by Corinne Whelan. I'm not sure how you say that at all, but it was from my August knit crate. So it looks like this. It's a really big, chunky knit made from Sugar Bush Chill yarn in the colorway Mounty Mango. and it's so much fun. It's a huge, chunky knit sort of thing, and my hair is going to get in the way here, I'm sure. Let me just get this on here. Okay, so basically it looks something like this, and I really, really love it actually. I wasn't sure that I was going to as much, but I love the cabling on here. It was really, really quick. I did have some difficulty, and I know I mentioned this in my last podcast, I had some difficulty casting on here, but what I figured out was that if I cast on 3 stitches and then did 1 row of K1, yarn over, K1, yarn over, K1, and then started it on the chart, that worked out really, really well, and then the rest of it was a piece of cake. So yeah, really, really liked this. And I do have a code if you're interested in Knit Crate for 20% off of your first box, so I can leave that linked below if you're interested in checking it out. I really love doing it just because it's always something different. I mean, I've had bright primary color yarn, I've had really deep jewel tones, I've had neons, and all of the projects are very different as well. I mean, I've had quite a few shawls, but even those are all different, and so yeah, I've really enjoyed it. And if you want to see some of my other unboxings, I'll leave a link to a playlist down below that I have yet to create, so hopefully that will be created by the time that I put up this video. If not, it'll be coming. So anyway, yeah, that's my only finished object, and it was a big chunky knit project, so it really, once I got past the casting on, it did not take much time at all. So yeah, there's that. And then I did actually finish a sewing project. So I had mentioned that I was going to make this peplum top by So Much Ado, and it's a free pattern online, and I wanted to do it in a faux leather that I had just, you know, laying around, and I did. But it's actually already too small for Evelyn. So this is the little top. Is it not the cutest thing ever? It does fit over her head, and the body fits just fine, but it's in the arms that it's a little too tight. So if I made it out of a different fabric, I think it'd be fine. And I do have some jersey knit fabric that's supposed to be coming that I'm gonna try this again and see if that works a little bit better. I was also talking to my mom again about this little guy, and she had suggested that I take the sleeves off and then just put a little band on there and have it as kind of like a little vest for Evelyn, so that if she wanted to, well, if I wanted to put her in a long sleeve onesie and then put this on top as kind of a oh my gosh, I can't talk, kind of a decorative element, that might be kind of cute, and I might try that because then it eliminates the armhole problem. And I really do like how it turned out. I'm really excited to try it again because it's just so cute, and I wish it fit her, but it doesn't. So yep, there's that. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but I'm sure I'll find something for it. So now on to my works in progress. I have quite a few different things here. I'm gonna do the knitting stuff, and then I do have some sewing things as well. So the first one is one that I thought I was gonna have done, and I don't know what happened. I think that I might have a skein of yarn just hanging around the house somewhere that I haven't found yet. But I am a skein off on Joe's Redford sweater by Julie Hoover, and this is in Brooklyn Tweed Loft in the colorway Old World. I have quite a bit of it seamed up. I do have the second sleeve done. I just need to put it on here, and then I need to do the collar and the cuffs on the sleeves. And that's it. That's all I have to do, and I have like that big of a ball left, so it's just not gonna happen. I'm gonna have to get another one, and I don't know how I did that. There has to be a skein somewhere around my house, because I had ordered one extra hank of yarn because I wanted to make it a little bit longer because my husband is very tall and lanky, and yeah, so I knew I wanted to make it longer, so I ordered the extra skein, and I'm still off. So I don't know what I did. It's got to be around the house, right? I don't know, but he did try it on, and it's looking really nice, so I'm really excited to get it done. But as for right now, yep, that's how far I am on it. I wish I had gotten this done. I thought for sure it was gonna be done. Oh well. One thing that I do have to show you, I think it might show up a little bit better, is this mock V-neck right here. I love this detail. It's such a simple sort of design, but I think it really adds a lot. And then on the sides here, I did sew in the side panels, which I don't know if you can see. Oh, you can see those. So this panel right here is reverse stockinette, and then over here it's just regular stockinette. So it kind of adds another little dimension. It looks like a very plain sweater, but then if you look at the details, it really kind of starts to, I don't know, it looks really cool once you notice those, I guess. I don't know. I really like it. And hopefully next podcast it will be completely done, because I can't believe that I don't have that done. It's kind of driving me crazy a little bit. So anyway, next project, oh, and here's my other sleeve. Next project is one that I've talked about for the entirety of this podcast's life, and that is the Boho Blush Shawl by Andrea Mallory. I have made a ton of progress on this because I definitely ordered enough yarn. And so let me see if I can show you this very well. I'm using what am I using? I'm using Madeline Tosh Twist Light in the colorway Tart, and it looks like that. Isn't this pretty? Oh, I love that. It's definitely my kind of color. And so this is how it's knitting up. I love all of the variegation. I guess it's upside down here. But yeah, I just think it's so pretty. I'm sure most of you have seen this. It's got a little patch of brioche here, some garter, a little bit of lace work, and then it kind of just repeats that pattern. But yeah, love this. I'm so excited to have it done, and this is the project that I want to have done by my birthday so that I can wear it. But we'll see what the weather is like and how fast I can knit this up, because my cat is annoying sometimes. But yeah, so that's my Boho blush. Very excited about that. And speaking of Cricket, I suppose I could just, let you know that Cricket's bed is still on hold. I still haven't found the yarn for his pillow. I'd thought about doing a different colored pillow just so I could have it done. But after thinking about it for a little longer, then I decided, no, I didn't want to. I wanted to do it all one color. So yeah, I still haven't gotten that other yarn. I've been looking around town and it's nowhere. I still don't want to order it online because I do have a couple more options, but I just need to get to those places. So there's a Hobby Lobby and a Joann Fabrics like 45 minutes away that might have it. I don't know, but yeah, I just have to get there. So yeah, I think that's all of the knitting that I have to show you. And then I am working on a sewing project that I had kind of thought I wouldn't show you just because it's kind of hard to show, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So I'm working on a felt stocking for Evelyn, and this is the one that I'm doing. It's, I don't know how to say this, Busilla, I'm not sure, but it's one of their felt kits, and these are so much fun. My family actually has like a tradition where my grandma made these felt stockings for all of my aunts and uncles and my mom, and then my mom made one for me, Joe, and my brother, and then I'm gonna make one for Evelyn. And some of you might remember that I'd mentioned doing one of these when I was pregnant, before I knew that Evelyn was a little girl, and all of that. And that one ended up, it met an unfortunate end because Cricket got a hold of it and somehow pushed it into his litter box. I know, gross. So I really didn't want to work on that one anymore, which is why I got the new one. Plus, I think this one matches our decor a lot better, and it'll just fit with our, it'll fit our decor better, and I think she'll still like it. So the way that I'm doing this is a little bit different than I would usually do it. This is the main stocking portion, so I've got the little sequins and beads on here, and then I've got some more on the toe. But then for the rest of it, I really haven't cut out anything. I have instead been sequining and embroidering on the felt itself and just kind of trying to get all of that done. I figure there's my husband, myself, Evelyn, and Cricket, who could knock over all of the sequins and beads if I were to draw that process out. So I've kind of just been trying to get all of those pieces done first. I don't have a ton done. I know it probably looks like that with those pieces, but yeah, there are plenty of other pieces. Like this one, I haven't gotten even close to embroidering any of those. I've got some sequins on there, but that's it. So yeah, that'll be probably a longer term project. I want to get the sequins and beads done first so that I don't have to worry about those, but it'll still probably take a little while. So yeah, that's her stocking. And let's see, what else did I want to show you? Oh, so I got my drop spindle and I'm so excited about this. So the one that I got is from the Woolery in Kentucky, and I can leave their website linked below. It's Kromsky and Sons, a drop spindle in a walnut finish. I think it is so pretty, and this is what I've been working on. This is a big improvement to my first attempt, which is this little skein right here. It is all over the place. I've got some really thin spots and I've got some really, really thick spots, and it's all over the place, but it was my first attempt. So, you know, I'm really not too upset about it. And this one is actually working out a lot better. I'm sure for some of you that do a lot of spinning, you're kind of looking at this like, oh, you got a ways to go. And I know that, but you know, this is my second attempt and I'm pretty happy with how it looks. So yeah, I'm hoping to make a little hat for Evelyn. My initial thought was that I would make one for both Evelyn and I, but I just don't think I'm going to be able to continue with this bit for that length of yarn, if that makes sense. I don't think I'm gonna keep this on here for too much longer, but I think kind of a variegated sort of hat might be kind of fun for Evie. So yeah, that is my little spinning journey. I got the roving off of Webs, I believe. So if you're interested in that, you can check it out. It was the cheapest roving that I could find, but it's really, really soft. And I mean, this is my first time spinning, so maybe different yarn is, or not different yarn, different roving is softer or thicker. I don't really know what I'm looking for with that. So maybe if you guys have experience with that, you can let me know what to look for and what's good, what's not good, you know, that whole thing. But yeah, that is my first little spinning project. So let's see, what else did I have to tell you? I know I'm kind of rushing through things a little bit with this podcast, but yeah, I do want to get my run in and see Evelyn and all of that. And it is getting warm in here again. Ugh, I am done with this hot weather, seriously. But winter is coming, so that's good. Speaking of which, is anyone watching Game of Thrones? I'm actually pretty excited about this season. I mean, I know it's done now, but for the past like 2-3 seasons, Joe and I have kind of just been going through the motions and watching it and really haven't been all that impressed. But oh my goodness, this season was insane. It went so quickly. Really, really enjoyed it. But anyway, yeah, so I do have one kind of future project that I want to talk to you about. I've got others in mind, but I think I'm gonna try and hold off on that and see what we think about doing it that way. But this one will be starting. So I wanted to just, you know, let you know. I'm going to be doing Andrea Mallory's, what is it called? What the Fade Mystery Knit Along. And I'm a little bit anxious about it because I've never done a knit along at all. I've never done a mystery knit along. I tend to grab like 1 or 2 projects and work on them pretty much to the entirety. That's probably why I'm a little bit more upset about that Redford sweater that I'm not done with it, is because I wanted to just get it done. But yeah, so drawing a project out over a length of time is a little bit scary for me, which probably sounds so weird, but it is. And so, yeah, I've never done anything faded. I do very little color work. I'd like to start doing some Fair Isle. I think it's really pretty, but I just haven't done it. So yeah, there are a lot of new things going on with that. But I do have the yarn for that. Oh, and that starts August 31st. So I'm filming this a little bit ahead of time, but for you guys seeing this, it started yesterday. So I think you can probably still get in on it. But yeah, I wanted to show you the yarn that I got for that. So as I said, I have not done any sort of fade work at all. So I really didn't trust myself to pick out any colors that would be a nice fade. So I got a set from Madeline Tosh. It's this one right here. I am terrible at showing this, but it's in the colorway Deer Slayer, or that's what the set is called, I guess. And it's based off of The Last Mohican, the prequel to that. And I have yet to read that. Joe bought me the book, or no, he didn't buy me the book. He found the book and gave it to me, but I haven't read it. So yeah, I need to get on that. But these are the colors. So this one is Milkshake and Paper, and this one is Antler, I think. Yes, Antler, and Never, and Origami, and this last one is called Toner Cartridge. So yeah, this is going to be my fade. I think these colors got a little switched up here. There we go. That's going to be my little fade thing. So I'm really excited to try it out, and we'll see how that turns out. It'll be interesting to see over the weeks how it goes. I will definitely be showing you every 2 weeks. But yeah, that's what I've got. So with that, I think that's everything that I have to show you for today. I did want to quick mention a couple of podcasts that I've been watching, because I meant to mention these in my last one, but completely forgot. So I've been watching Yarngasm and Stitched in Sweden, which were both recommended to me. And yeah, they're wonderful. I love them. And yeah, those are the podcasts I've been watching. I've been trying to find more, so if you have any other recommendations, definitely let me know in the comment section. And I think that's everything that I have for you today. I feel like I've gone through this podcast so much faster than the other ones. I have no idea what my time is going to tell me, but yeah. And now, of course, I've been like burning up this entire time, just so warm in this room. And now I'm feeling like, okay, I can handle this, but it's the end of the podcast, so I guess we're just gonna call it good for today. But yeah, I'll definitely have more to show you in the next podcast. I've got several sewing projects that I'm going to be working on, like several. I know I've talked about one, but I've got let's see. Let me just think about this here. 3 more sewing projects, like for clothing. And then I've got one that I want to do for Evelyn. And then I actually do have a little knitting project that I want to do for Evelyn that's not clothing related. I'm sure if you go to my Ravelry page and look through my library, you can probably figure out which one I'm talking about. But yeah, very excited about things that I've got coming up, and yeah, I think that's it for today. So yeah, I'm gonna pack up my exercising gear and head out for a run, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks or 1 week. I'm not sure. Sometimes I'll post a video in between podcasts, sometimes I won't. It just kind of depends on what I'm doing. We'll see. With my birthday next week, I might share something else, but I haven't figured out what that would be. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna call this podcast at an end, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!